Hello, welcome to this whenever we feel like it's HCC MovieMakers Academy movie reviews. My name is Trey Dixon.
And I'm Kevin.
And we just saw Magic Mike XXL. Magic Mike XXL is the latest Magic Mike film, and it centers on the titular character of Magic Mike, played by Channing Tatum, who for quite some time has been away from his duties as a male entertainer. Soon he comes back in contact with his male stripper friends and embarks on a long road trip in order to get to a large male stripping convention, and along the way bumps into some old friends. So Kevin XXL,
Hi.
What did you think of Magic Mike Extra Long Island?
Let's see if this works. I think it's extremely, exorbitantly lame. Does that work? I don't know. I thought this movie was stupid.
You thought it was a stupid movie?
I just absolutely didn't enjoy this thing. I wouldn't even put it on the sex appeal of it, which obviously is what it's going for.
Would you say that it is not a movie marketed to you?
No, because don't get me wrong, I'm going to go see a naked Channing Tatum one way or another. It's just, I don't know, I would comp this movie to a really terrible action movie, but even lamer than that. It's a movie with a thinly veiled plot line connecting strip bar to strip bar.
Well, I have a completely inverse opinion to you. With the major,
first time ever.
With the major exception of Mad Max Fury Road, I would say that Magic Mike XXL is my favorite sequel of the year so far.
Sequel. Yeah, I agree with you.
I actually kind of enjoyed
Not saying much.
I actually kind of enjoyed this movie. I really liked the first one, the first Magic Mike. Did you see that?
I did not.
Oh, it was directed...
Wait, real fast, did I miss anything from that scene, the first one?
Actually, you know what? Magic Mike, the first one, had some really great characters. It had some really interesting side characters. Matthew McConaughey gave a terrific central performance, and it was directed brilliantly by Steven Soderbergh, who did Traffic and Out of Sight, one of the greatest directors who ever lived.
I didn't know that was, Yeah, wow.
And he comes back as an executive producer for this film. And the films are loosely based on the life of Channing Tatum. And for my money, this movie manages to take some characters that already are pre-established in their own universe and manages to expand on them a little bit. And not too much. It's certainly inferior compared to the first film, but I think this movie accomplished everything that it needed to accomplish in terms of being a sequel.
But I don't even know what that means. Like, yeah, I guess you're right? It's besides Mad Max Fury Road and that garbage of a film that was Jurassic World to me.
Yeah.
Except for the last 5 minutes.
I know,
So I'll
Jurassic World stank, Terminator Genesis stank.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron was worse than this, in my opinion.
Well, I forgot about Age of Ultron, but I'll put that on a separate thing.
We all forgot about Age of Ultron.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? I don't know, man. I feel at the core of this movie, there's no like real artistic appeal. I think the drive, character, and otherwise is just to see good-looking men naked, which I don't have a problem against, but there's a website I can go to.
There's certainly...
It gets me a lot of that.
That's certainly what is being advertised. A bunch of male strippers running around doing routines, and that's certainly what is advertised, but that isn't what holds the attention for me. For my money...
Can I say I'm amazed your attention was held in any way through this movie?
No, honestly, I was engaged throughout, and there's an interesting dialogue in this movie, an interesting philosophy. The movie kind of centers around this idea of why a man would want to be all that he wants to be for a woman in that very specific moment. Mm-hmm. And the movie manages to take a soft look at why somebody would want to be a male stripper. And it colors that philosophy fairly well throughout the course of the film. There's a very clear center to the idea of this movie. Yes, there's a lot of male stripping, but there's real artistic merit at its center, I think.
I don't know. I mean, I can't pick out a single dialogue that I remember or care to that can show that.
I like the dialogue that
or even a dialogue
Matt Bomer
exchange
was having with Danny Glover. Not Danny Glover, Donald Glover.
That'd be amazing.
Danny Glover as a male stripper. That would be awesome.
Not cleaned up, but excellent abs.
Yeah, like he's got great, lethal
terrible
weapon
facial
abs.
hair and the curls.
He's got the same Danny Glover face, but
just rock hard.
yeah.
That's another
I would
movie.
pay to see Danny Glover
Again,
as
there's
a male
websites.
stripper.
I'll show you these websites later.
We'll start writing the script for that movie. But Donald Glover
Danny
and Matt
XXL.
Bomber have this really great
XXX.
conversation about why they're like how if he had a different job, Donald Glover, he would still go back and he would do male stripping at the side because he gets to meet women for free and be everything that he could ever be for them. So there's an appeal to it. You understand that there is a reason why these characters are embarking on the adventure that they're embarking on. It's more to them than just dancing around and being attractive to women. There is a philosophical element that sort of guides what it is that they're doing, or at least that's the way it seemed to me. And I was always kind of trying to.
No, and let me not, because I never criticize someone's. I don't know what you want to call it. When they feel a response to a movie, I never want to criticize that. But I will say, don't go into this movie expecting the kind of like the ability to dissect it philosophically and otherwise, like you would expect in Grand Budapest.
It's not the kind of movie you want to go ahead and have. It's not a Bergman movie.
No.
It's a movie about a bunch of male strippers dancing to pop songs. But it's
sadly not the majority of the film.
It's deeper than that, but not too deep. It
Maybe
has
a level that might or might not be there.
It has a heart.
By the original writer. Do you know how many writers there are? That's usually
I know that it's based loosely on Channing Tatum's real life experiences as a male stripper.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, Channing Tatum was a real life male stripper.
I desperately hope there's a real video of that somewhere. Or you could just watch Magic Mike.
I found the performances very good. I loved Matthew McConaughey's portrayal of Dallas in the first film. And in this movie, he's no longer there. He took the Alex Pettyfer character and left off across.
He became a real actor.
Yeah, he went off and won an Oscar. But Jada Pinkett Smith replaces him in this movie.
Let me not say that. I'm so sorry for denouncing. Not like anyone's gonna watch like the Magic Mike people, but.
But no, I found the performances pretty good. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. On one way or another, they definitely know who's going to go see this movie and then why they want to go see this movie.
I had an odd experience. When I was walking out of the movie theater, I discovered that
more guys, girls?
I was in a packed movie theater, and I discovered that more of the men who walked out were satisfied than the women. The men who walked out of this movie theater found the movie more relatable, and it turned out that the women were the ones who were actually bored with it.
Were you interviewing people?
No, I just.
But you were relatable.
There was this couple behind me, and they were saying, "Hey, the boyfriend leaned over to the girlfriend and said, 'So, baby, what'd you think of that?' And she's like, 'Oh, it was awful.' And he was like, 'Really? I kind of liked it.' And I heard that like.
Well, I think that woman should talk more to her boyfriend.
Anyway, I did enjoy this movie. It's not a great film. It's inferior compared to the original film, but it's a perfectly fine sequel, and I would maybe give it a 7. That opinion is subject to change. It's still kind of fresh in my head. Over time, that rating may change, but for now, I'm giving it a 7. I liked this movie, and I would recommend it.
I mean, for me, it has the writing of a romance novel written by a guy desperate for cash. I don't know, the set pieces. If I want to see people dancing in like the beautiful movement of the human body, I would go see, I don't know, a musical.
Go watch
Step
Pina.
It Up. Pina.
There's a movie called Pina that
Fiddler on the
Wenders
Roof.
directed, but
That's. Why don't you
but
mention
no,
that?
this is fine.
Yibbidoo-da.
So, in
Yabba-dabba-dabba-doo-ba-dabba-dee-ba-da. 5 out of 10.
Okay, cool. So in conclusion, Kevin really loved this movie.
As you can tell.
He really loved this movie, and I hated it. So thank you for watching HCC MovieMakers Academy movie reviews. We're brought to you by the HCC Filmmaking Department and HCC TV. Visit us online at www.hccs.edu and enroll yourself in the art of filmmaking. Check out our YouTube channel and subscribe if you would like to see more reviews just like this one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and he and me will see you next time.
In a few minutes.
Now get up and dance.
Let's do this.
All right, let's just do it.
Is that for the next 30 minutes? All right.
Just okay.
You know, funny, I've watched the entire movie and didn't learn one dance move. I feel like I should have.
He does this thing with his legs a lot. I don't know what this is, but he does it a lot.
Jimmy? Like the 1930s Jimmy?
It's like the, what is it, the jitterbug?
Should we just stick a finger in the air and just be, let's do
I
this?
feel like Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction.
Let's do this. That means I'm John Travolta for once in my life.
Oh.
George Travolta.